Hello there, welcome to the news on Nepal television. I am Rosina Rai, starting with the headlines first. President Paudel calls political leaders in an effort to resume House of Business. Main opposition UML abstains from the meeting. Both the House of Federal Parliament summoned for today TO of formation of gold smuggling probe committee to be finalized today. Upper Dolpa region reeling under acute food shortage, locals forced to pay up to 100 rupees for a kilogram of salt. A Ukrainian drone destroys Russian supersonic bomber. Flights suspended at Moscow's three biggest airports following the attack. And women's T20 Grand Angler Cricket Series kicks off from today in Malaysia. Nepal playing against Hong Kong in the first match. Welcome back. Now we have the news in detail. Three people have lost their lives in bus accident that took place in Berdibas Municipality 2, Hong Kong Dara of Mahotari. According to the police, deceased are identified as 55-year-old Upendra Mahato of Hatitol 8 of Berdibas and his daughter 22-year-old daughter Rabina Mahato. Superintendent of Area Police Office in the district informed Upendra breathed his last in Janakpur Provincial Hospital last night, and his daughter died on Monday 7 p.m. while going under treatment at Trauma Center of Berdibas. Now to the further development. President Ramchandra Paudel has stressed on dialogue and discussion among political parties to end the conflict and bitterness for the sake of national interest. During President Paudel stressed this during the meeting where the leaders of political parties representing in the Parliament this morning. President Paudel had summoned an all-party meeting this morning in an attempt to the parliamentary deadlock. The main opposition CPN-UML, however, abstained from the meeting. The major opposition CPN-UML has been obstructing Parliament continuously with the demand of a high-level probe committee on the gold smuggling scam. The meeting of House of Representatives has scheduled for 3 p.m. today as stated by the Parliament's Secretariat. The House meeting had remained obstructed since the past 3 weeks. At the meeting, Speaker Devraj Ghimire will read out the letter received from the Office of the President and Prime Minister's Office. Also today, Speaker Ghimire is scheduled to reshuffle the MPs in different thematic committee of the House of Representatives. The Speaker is also scheduled to announce the suspension of MP Top Bahadur Ramaji, currently imprisoned in the fake Bhutanese refugee case, and the arrest and release of MP Sunil Sharma in the fake accident certificate scandal. Meanwhile, the National Assembly is also meeting at 1 p.m. today. Meanwhile, an agreement has been reached between the national political parties in the federal parliament to draft a term of reference of a committee to be formed for the probe gold smuggling issue. Three leaders, Subhash Chandra Nemwang of CPN-UML, Ramesh Lekhak of Nepali Congress and Hitraj Pandey of CPN Maoist Center, have been tasked with preparing the TOR. The TOR is expected to be drafted by today. The formation of the committee comes on the heels of the demand of the main opposition party, CPN-UML, which has been obstructing House proceedings to press the government for the high-level probe on gold smuggling case. We shall get back with more updates at the side we do have. Stay with us. Time for a short break. Welcome back. You are on Nepal Television News. Now the remaining updates. The road division has informed that it would take 5 to 6 hours to resume two-way traffic along the Narayanghat-Muglin roadway blocked with a landslip deposit last night. The landslip occurred at Namsi at 8 p.m. and obstructed the road, according to information officer at Road Division Engineer Chandeswar Saha, adding that for his equipments were used to remove the debris, only 30% debris has been removed so far. According to Area Police Office Muglin, the vehicles, including passenger buses, have been stranded at different places along the road following the landslide triggered by rainfall. The vehicles coming from Kathmandu are stopped at Muglin, Kurinta, Fisling and Dhading, while those from east-west highway at Bharatpur and Gairakut, Nawalpur. Just days after neighboring India increased customs duty on onion exports, the price of onion soared by as much as 20 rupees per kilogram in the Nepali market. This is an arbitrary hike in the current stocks of onion by the traders. Following the sharp rise, the Department of Commerce has started market and monitoring to tame the haphazard rise in price of this deer Director General of the department, Gajendra Kumar Thakur, said 3 teams were mobilized in different market areas of Kathmandu to monitor the shops. The department also took action against some of the traders for black marketing of onions. 5 traders were charged a fine of as much as 50,000 rupees for creating an artificial hike in onion prices. The move by India of imposing a 40% export tax on onions created direct impact on the Nepali market. There has been an acute shortage of food grains in Upper Dolpa, in a remote mountainous region of Nepal. Upper Dolpa, a high-altitude region in the upper part of the Dolpa district of western Nepal, near to border with China's autonomous region Tibet. This has hit locals' daily life hard, and they are forced to purchase daily essentials in high price. Food supply in the region has been hit in the region as China did not allow transportation of food via Murmila and Kyato checkpoints through its autonomous region, Tibet, due to the coronavirus outbreak. Citing the COVID-19 risk and implementation of COVID protocol, Chinese authorities had decided to shut down the border Morimla and Kyato, which connects Upper Dolpa. These 2 borders, Morimla and Kyato, make easy and fast access to the market for the residents of Upper Dolpa, while it comes to purchasing daily essentials, and it only takes 2 days to reach the border, comparing access to nearest market of their own country, Nepal. Meanwhile, 1 packet of salt cost 100 rupees and 1 quintal of rice cost up to 10,000 in Upper Dolpa. This is one of the visible examples how locals are compelled to buy daily essentials in an exorbitant price. Locals laments that geographical structure has been a major problem for surviving, while subsidies provided by the government never reach the district. The locals have urged the authorities to open Murmila and Kyato border for at least 2 weeks so that they can cross the border and buy essentials from China's market. According to the federal MP Dhana Bahadur Bura, they have requested the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to seek a diplomatic means to open these 2 checkpoints for at least 2 weeks. We shall get back with international headliners at the side. We do have. Stay with us. Time for a short break. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Now we have updates from international front line. A flagship Russian long-range bomber has been destroyed in a Ukrainian drone strike, according to reports. It is learned a Tupolev Tu-22 on fire at Solsi-2 Airbus south of St. Petersburg. Moscow said that a drone was hit by small arms fire but managed to damage a plane. Ukraine has not commented yet. Later, Russian air defense downed 2 attack drones over the Moscow region. Mayor Sergei Sobyanin said the Russian Tu-22 bomber site that was destroyed can travel twice the speed of sound and has been used extensively by Russia to attack cities in Ukraine. Now to the further development, the Thai former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra has returned to Thailand after 15 years in exile. Hours ahead of a vote that determines who will be the country's next leader. Thailand's most successful elected leader has long been feared by conservative royalists who have backed military coups and contentious court cases to weaken him. But now the brass, politically ambitious telecoms tycoon is back. Presumably after striking a good deal with the same men who unseated his party in a 2014 coup to keep him out of prison. He has sentences of up to 10 years outstanding from criminal cases he says were politically motivated. Authorities have said he will be rather subject to the judicial process upon his return. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has said he plans to turn himself in on Thursday to a court in Atlanta, Georgia, to face charges of election interference. A judge in Georgia overseeing the former president's case earlier set to bail bond to $100,000 US. The bail filing says Trump can remain free pending trial so long as he does not attempt to threaten or intimidate witness. Trump denies 13 charges, including racketeering and false statements. Barricades have been erected outside the court ahead of Trump's anticipated surrender later this week. To the more updates, before that, let's have a quick look into the highlights of the site. China has sent a new Earth observation satellite into space from Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center. The satellite Garfin 1204 atop a Long March 4C carrier rocket has entered that preset orbit. It will be mainly used in fields including land survey, urban planning, road network design, crop yield estimation, and disaster prevention and reduction. The Long March 4C rocket is a liquid propellant launch vehicle consisting of 3 stages. It is able to launch various types of satellites with different orbit requirements and can carry 3 tons of loads to a sun synchronous orbit at a height of 700 kilometers. The latest launch marks the 484th flight of the Long March carrier rocket series. Now we are moving on to sports news. The Women's T20 International Grand Wrangler cricket series featuring 4 nations has kicked off from today in Malaysia. Nepal, along with the host Malaysia, Hong Kong, are locking horns in the series, which is slated to end on August 26. This series is being hosted in the build-up to the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Asia qualifiers to be held from August 31st to September 9th in Malaysia. Meanwhile, the Nepal side led by skipper Rubina Chetri is playing against Hong Kong in the first match of the series underway in Biomass Oval. Nepal will next play its second match against Kuwait tomorrow and the third match against Malaysia on Friday. The top two among 4 teams will play the series final on August 26. With this, we come to the end of this news bulletin. But before we say goodbye, quick reminders of the headlines. President Paudel calls political leaders in ntvithari to resume house business. Main opposition UML abstains from the meeting. Both the houses of Federal Parliament summoned for today. TO of formation of gold smuggling probe committee to be finalized today. Upper Dolpa region willing under acute food shortage, locals forced to pay up to 100 rupees for a kilogram of salt. A Ukrainian drone destroys Russian supersonic bomber. Flights are suspended at Moscow's 3 biggest airports following the attack. And Women's T20I Grand Angular Cricket Series kicks off from today in Malaysia. Nepal playing against Hong Kong in their first match. Well, this is all we have for this moment. Until our next bulletin, have a good day ahead. Namaste.